Okay, let's talk about the future of your career. In a world where things are changing so fast, what's the one skill that's going to guarantee you stay relevant? Well, it's something called radical adaptability. And believe me, it's not just about learning a few new tricks. It's about completely rewiring how you approach your entire professional life. Look, it's a fear we all have, right? You look at your job, your expertise, and you can't help but wonder, will any of this still matter in a few years? The ground is constantly shifting under our feet. But what if? What if you could build a career that doesn't just survive change, but actually gets stronger because of it? That's the secret we're going to unpack today. All right, so before we jump into the how, we've got to understand the why. Why are the old rules of career success totally broken? The game has seriously changed, and what used to be a safe, reliable path is now a huge gamble. First up, the big one, technology. AI and automation aren't just for factory jobs anymore. That's old news. Now they're transforming every single industry, rewriting the rules for accountants, for artists, for pretty much everyone, and at a speed that is just mind-boggling. And hey, it's not just about code and algorithms. Think about it. Global events can change the price of gas or your groceries overnight. Well, the exact same thing is happening to our jobs. The world is so interconnected and honestly so chaotic that your career has to be ready for absolutely anything. So what does all this mean? It means the old idea of static expertise is officially dead, gone. You can't just get a degree, learn a skill, and expect to coast on that for the next 40 years. In today's world, your knowledge basically has an expiration date. So, how in the world do you navigate all this chaos? Well, you don't need a crystal ball. What you need is a radar. It's time to learn how to spot the future before it becomes the present. And this isn't about just scrolling through your newsfeed. No, this is about becoming a detective. You have to actively hunt for clues about what's next. A great way to do this? Follow the money. Where are venture capitalists putting their bets? Read the patents. What new tech is bubbling just under the surface? This is how you start to separate the real, important signals from all the noise out there. Okay, so your radar picks up a signal. Something big is coming. Now what? You obviously can't learn everything, so you have to be smart and strategic about it. It's time to build your own personal upskilling toolkit. I want you to think about it like building a house. About 80% of your energy should go into building a rock-solid foundation. We're talking about those timeless, transferable skills like critical thinking, problem-solving, and communication. Then, you can use the other 20% of your energy on the new, specific technical stuff, the cool gadgets and fresh paint colors that your radar tells you are hot right now. And the best part? You don't have to go back to college for 4 years to do this. There are so many ways to learn now. We're talking micro-credentials, online courses, hands-on projects. But here's a little secret. Sometimes the most powerful skill you can learn is how to unlearn. You've got to be willing to let go of old methods to make room for the new ones. So, you've got your radar tuned in, you've got your toolkit ready. Now we need the blueprint. How do we design a career that isn't like a rigid skyscraper, but more like a flexible bridge, one that can bend with the storms instead of just snapping under pressure? This is where this awesome idea of T-shaped skills comes into play. Just picture the letter T. That deep vertical line, that's your superpower. It's your deep expertise in one thing. But that wide horizontal line across the top, that's your secret weapon. It's having a broad knowledge base that lets you connect with different people, see the big picture, and come up with truly game-changing ideas. See, the old model was to be an I-shaped specialist, super deep in one narrow thing. But that's kind of like being a tall, skinny tree in a hurricane. Yeah, you're strong, but you're also brittle and can snap easily. The T-shaped expert, on the other hand, is more like a tree with deep roots and wide, sprawling branches. They can weather any storm because they're both stable and flexible. Okay, theory is great, but it's action that really makes the difference. So let's make this super practical. I'm going to give you a simple action plan that you can literally start using this week. Because that's always the big question, isn't it? This all sounds great, but where do I even start? Don't worry, the answer is way simpler than you think. You just need to start small, and most importantly, be consistent. So here it is, your 3-step plan for this week. That's it. Number 1, identify. Pinpoint just one skill gap you have right now. Number 2, research. Find one single resource, a course, a book, maybe a mentor to help you fill that gap. And number 3, connect. Reach out to one new person outside of your usual bubble. That's it. It's simple, it's powerful, and it's your first step toward becoming truly future-proof. So, just remember this. You are the architect of your own future. It's not about sitting back and waiting to see what happens next. It's about taking small, smart, adaptive steps every single day to build the career you want. So the real question is, what's your first step going to be?